This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
The space coast of Florida to Motor City, Detroit. This is the Savage Unfiltered Podcast with Michael and Joseph and Anchor FM. Broadcast on iHeartRadio.
Guys, welcome. That's right, guys. We're slowly getting back to video. I hope you like the camera angle. I'm on an angle that makes myself look more like Sean Hannity or Tucker, but hey, I'll do it. Joining here on the left, depending on how you view it, is myself here, the main host of the show, Michael Gardner. We got here on Mondays and Wednesdays, guys. Going to be joining the show is the author of Terror Strikes Coming to a City Near You on the right-hand side of the screen, Joseph M. Leonard. Joseph, what's up?
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
How's it going, man? How's it going? Joseph, I want to get into this topic here. I kind of disclosed with you a little bit, gave you some side notes. So we're going to be talking about this ongoing issue with L.A. County there in California. Now, if you notice, Joseph, they just had an opportunity to use some of their federal funding, right? Their grants that they've been getting since 2013 up until now. They still haven't done a damn thing about it, where they've gotten over $150 million from the federal government to try to help the I'm not sure. Oh, yeah.
Oops, we lost Michael. I'm sure he'll be back any second, so let me stall. He was going to say to help the homeless. We see you again now, Mike.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think it's something going on here. My power's on. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah. LA literally had $150 million, Joseph, for grant money. And they haven't done anything to help the homeless there. $150 million.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, man?
It's like with a lot of the schools, too, the COVID relief money. What are you waiting for? Why are you sitting on that money?
Yeah. Now the current mayor of LA, right, is was it Kevin Dillon? I think that's how you say it, Dillon. Actually, no, excuse me, I had it backwards, folks. He's running for LA County there in California. This new guy coming in, Kevin Dillon, and then the current governor that you have right now is who is it? Eric Garcetti, and he's been the governor of that county, Joseph, since 2013. Was reelected in 2017. $150 million, and they're not doing a damn thing. Of course, you have tents all over freaking LA. It's becoming worse than a sanctuary city. It's becoming third world. I have friends that live in LA, and they're telling me that they can't even go into a restaurant, Joseph, without stepping on, bums all over the place, damn near checking the sidewalks.
Yeah.
For insulin needles. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Greg Gutfeld's position on this. It is more expensive to take care of the issue inside the city. And I would think that these people even, too, would like some open space, maybe. Perhaps, like Greg Gutfeld says, open up some real decent tent cities outside the city, a more rural area, but still close enough to the city where you still get all the services you need, but it would be less expensive and not an eyesore to everybody. There would be the space to do it rather than trying to cram, one big tent in a parking lot and shove a whole bunch of people in there. And it's not quite the same thing. But Eric Adams, in order to house illegals, is contracting with Norwegian Cruise Lines to have them put a Norwegian Cruise Line ship ported in New York so they could put illegals on it. And it actually works out cheaper because, of course, government is stupid. They never know how to manage anything. Government bureaucrats are way overpaid. Charitable organizations always do things better, and cheaper. So it's actually cheaper to lease a cruise ship to house these people than it is for them to put up tents in New York City. So, maybe that's an opportunity they could do in LA too for homeless. At least temporarily.
Yeah. I read something coming out of the Five yesterday. Judge Janine was saying that $150 million in federal grants. Where did the money go? Well, apparently it didn't go to these homeless communities.
No, and that goes back to my point. The government is inefficient in anything and everything it does. That's part of the problem. That's why money should be given to charitable organizations who do things more effectively and more efficiently. Anything the government does, there's 10 layers of bureaucracy, and each of them 10 layers takes a cut off the top every time. So by the time the money does funnel down, there's not a whole lot left because the government bureaucrats have taken it and or given it to their cronies rather than it going to what it's meant to go for. Yeah, it's the fun, stupid shit, like, LGBTQ plus crap.
I just came off of a show with Soslin that normally joins us sometimes here on the show. And we discussed what's going on with the American flag. This is where it's going to, Joe. Crap like this. Organizations that just like, oh, what about us? Well, what about you? You want to fund your cause, fund your own shit,
Exactly, and that's why you and I, of course, and the majority of your viewers and listeners are conservative and limited constitutional republic people who believe in small government and charitable organizations to do the, for lack of, you don't have to be Christian, but the Christian aspect of to be your brother's keeper. It is not the government's job to do that. That is we, the people's personal responsibility to do that, and to do that locally, closest to the people that have the issues and the problems. Federal bureaucrats in D.C. don't know what the heck is going on here in my downriver Detroit area. But the heck out.
Yeah, I hear you. We got a caller coming in. Welcome to Savage Unfiltered. Who's joining us? Hello? I think Richard from Boston, Massachusetts. You're on the line here with Joseph and Michael. I think we lost him. Anyway, it is what it is. I think we lost him, Joseph. He was on the line, and then I see him coming in, but we lost him. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
Well, no, hey, first time trying it. Gonna have to work out the bugs, right?
It wasn't on our end; it was on their end. I seen him coming in, and then I guess he hung up the phone. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, Boston. Again, we are all individuals. We are not a collective like the left likes us to be. You are not what your group says you are. Like Martin Luther King, the content of one's character, your skin tone or your gender does not make you a monolithic stereotype. So I don't want to stereotype somebody out of Boston, but I fear what we might have gotten because it was from Boston.
Yeah, he probably was tuning into the show. You know, obviously, I mean, this show is live on Riverside FM, guys. So, you know, for those who are tuning us on Riverside FM, thank you very much, which is a sister company of Anchor FM. So thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Joseph, what do you think that's going to happen here with this, with these 10 cities in California? You think it's going to get worse, or is it going to improve under this? I mean, like we might be seeing a new mayor coming in towards like the midterms. I know they have a runoff race coming this November.
Yeah, well, the problem is if it's another fascicrat, as I call them, the fascicrats, they aren't open to anything. They just muck up everything they do. And replacing a Democrat with another Democrat who may, you know, say some good things here and there, but at the end of the day, they always do things the wrong way. Like I mentioned, Greg Gutfeld's idea. They're never open to anything new. And I frankly feel that they don't really want to solve issues. They just want to be able to demagogue issues and continually use them as campaign rhetoric to help get elected, then do nothing. And again, going back to the money, right? Follow the money. To claim we need more money. It's always money, 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 money. Look at the schools. We spend more and more and more every year, like here in Michigan. Every year we give more to the schools, and every year the teachers fail the kids worse and worse and worse. We need to fire a bunch of people and get good people in there and get back to teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic, and I'll throw in history, but the former we used to call the traditional 3 R's, rather than the radicalism, raunch, and racism via CRT that they're peddling now. It's not a money issue. It's a management issue.
Well, they used to call it the 4 basic principles of learning. I mean, you know, you don't see that shit anymore. Now you see like nothing but, you know, these teachers wanting to introduce this wokenism of crap. Oh, you have to learn about gays. What? No, don't teach that to children. They don't. I mean, come on. A kid's like a sponge, man. How the hell are they supposed to understand that?
Yeah, let kids be kids. Let them have a childhood. Stop trying to peddle all this, you know, weird stuff they don't need to deal with, especially in grade school. I mean, come on. There's peddling pornography in grade schools. It's not appropriate. And they want to talk to us about banning books. We're just not banning anything. We're talking about just at least having age appropriateness. And if you want to talk about banning, it's the left that banned To Kill a Mockingbird and Huck Finn. And,
they were, weren't they?
To Catcher in a Rye. All the classics they've removed from the schools. They're the ones that have banned the classics that are meant to teach important basic lessons. Huck Finn and To Kill a Mockingbird can be used to teach about equality and racism. You don't need the CRT. Was racism in them, and that was the point, to teach about the wrongness of what went on in those books.
I want to get back into what we're talking about here with this homeless problem. You mentioned something about Eric Adams, right? The mayor of New York City. There was a question coming from Ducey. Well, we all know who Ducey is, right? The mainstream guy there.
Governor of Arizona, yeah. Or do you mean Peter Ducey, the Duceys of Fox News? You mean the governor or the Fox News Ducey?
Yeah, he was questioning Eric. Yeah. Yeah, he was questioning Eric Adams, and he was saying to Eric Adams that, what do you plan on doing with the homeless, in New York City? And he was like, well, we got to do this, and we have to put out these programs, and we have to do this and do that. And he's like, sir, you're still not answering the question. Like, how come back in the day when Mayor Giuliani was mayor of New York City, he handled homelessness very, very accurately, very maturely. Everything was in place under Mayor Giuliani. I lived in New York City, folks. I can tell you, when I lived in New York City during the leadership of Mayor Giuliani, right, he handled everything from even 9/11. 9/11 was handled very, very maturely and responsibly under the leadership of Giuliani. Giuliani had the lowest crime in the city of New York at that time, and even in modern times. He tackled homelessness, basically set out programs and this and that for them to try to get off the streets and everything. You have these leaders now, man. They're not doing anything. They're not using the funds. Joseph, they get funds every single day, man, from the federal government. How come they're not taking these funds and putting it into like homeless shelters and stuff like that?
Yeah, Mayor de Blasio was the worst. But I'm sorry. It goes to my point like we were talking about in L.A. You replace one bad Democrat with another bad Democrat, and nothing changes. Eric Adams is no better than de Blasio. He's done nothing about crime. He's too busy going to black-tie dinners, acting like he's a celebrity, than actually doing anything. And then, like we've said, it's all about give me more money so I can balloon the size of government with more and more programs so I can hire more of my friends and family and put them in government paycheck jobs than actually do something with the money to fix the doggone problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to fix the problem because, no one's going to want to go to these places in LA. No one's going to want to go to any place in the country when they have a fucking tent, man, or somebody sleeping on a freaking park bench, in front of a 5-star restaurant. I get it, Joseph. I get it. I get that, there's certain rules, in that, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, and again, with their soft on crime policy, the criminals are emboldened. And when they do arrest them, what's the point in a cop arresting a criminal if the DAs and the AGs are going to just let them right back out on the street? And that funnels down to our homeless problem, too. They are accosting people in the streets, because there is no structure. It is complete lawlessness. And although I reject the notion, people are saying it's like the Wild Wild West. Well, the Wild West actually had structure and a sense of morality of the people, and everybody was strapped. You know the saying, an armed society is a polite society. It's not like the movies where there's a shootout every 10 minutes. No, the West was pretty peaceful because everybody was armed. If you attempted to do something, the sheriff was, 2 cities over. You didn't fear the sheriff. You feared the other residents because they patrolled themselves. You don't have any of that today.
They would shoot you, Joseph, or hang you. I mean, it was altogether different then.
Right. You don't draw down on an innocent person unless if you're a moron or have a death wish, because in the Wild West, 10 other people would immediately draw down on you. It policed itself. That's why one sheriff could handle a whole county.
Michael Gardner on iHeartRadio Unfiltered.
morality and sense of proportion and self-policing like we had back then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see. I'm waiting on this guy to come in. I don't know. I told him about like 15 after. It's been like 17 minutes. Hopefully I don't know. It is what it is, guys. I reached out to him like last week, or excuse me, he reached out to me. Excuse me. I said it backwards. He reached out to me and he's like, I want to be on your show and this and that. I'm like, all right, well, come on the show, Are you familiar with Riverside FM? He says, well, I do audio podcasts on Anchor. I'm like, well, it's the same thing, just about. It's just their sister network. They do like more video podcasting than Anchor does with the audio. So if he comes in, guys, he comes in. If not, it is what it is. Joseph and I can handle the show. Yeah, I'm not like these other podcasts where they get upset with me. I told this story to Joseph one time where I had a podcast host, a bigwig, right, from a big network, literally blow up the show on me. I can't believe you weren't on the show and this and that. I'm like, get out of here.
And I like the Riverside. Anchor is great. It's a wonderful thing. But people in this day and age are much more visual. And, and seeing us helps make us a little more personable. And, it makes people more at ease if they can see something as opposed to just listen to something.
The only thing I don't like with this Riverside thing is they like to do these freeze frames. If you noticed it, they freeze me like every so often. I think they're doing it on purpose because I get it, folks. In the industry, you'll see shows sometimes where they'll freeze somebody and they'll do that because they're creating like some type of clip, for the after effect, for the promotions and stuff. So cut the damn freezing out. There's so much freezing with this. Mackenzie's like, she told me like the other day, she's like, Mike, what's up with the freezing? I'm like, I don't know. Like they do that a lot. I noticed Restream. We were on Restream, Joseph. They were freezing a lot. I was like, what the fuck's up with it? But, but other than that, I don't know. I was looking at this article here. We'll change it a little bit here. This article here, guys, coming out of USA Today. It's on the front page of today's paper. I used to read this a lot, Joseph, the USA Today, where they're now saying what the hell is it? Let me get to here in a minute here. The Supreme Court, Joseph, is set for another busy term. They're trying to push this LGBTQ plus thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course you got the idiot Ketanji Brown on there now who doesn't understand what a woman is.
Yeah. Well, they had this main thing here on the paper here where it says hell hath no fury like the American woman scorned. You see that?
Yeah.
Garbage. Well, they're going to try to push this, I think, during the week. And it's only going to need 9 judges, Joseph, to try to push this crap. Just 9. Now, if they push this new bill that they're trying to do with this, I guess, Roe v. Wade crap, what does that say to our school teaching, right? The classroom. They're gonna put that in there too.
Yeah, you know what? Is it Wilson's law about not equating everything to Hitler? But I'm gonna go there. It's Hitler's youth indoctrination. It's warp the minds of the children to control the future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, they're saying that the court's 6-3 conservative majority is what they're seeing here. It's a 6-3 conservative majority, meaning that, it could flip. It could be 3-6 or 6-3. I mean, it could go either or. But they're trying to influence this with same-sex marriages, and they're eventually going to try to bring it into voting laws. You know?
I don't. What would the connection of election law have to do with that? And again, this is. I have a good friend, Phil Stargell, a black man. All right. It should be irrelevant, but in today's world with the left, identity politics, it matters. So I mention it. He talks about this all the time, about the civil rights laws should have never been passed because they are unconstitutional. They are granting special rights, and that's what we're looking at here and talking about. And that's all part of this equity garbage. Equity or these other things are talking about special rights as opposed to our constitutional, God-given, equal rights. You have an equal right to attempt to pursue life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You are not guaranteed an equitable outcome. You have to, based on your own individualism and merits, achieve. You cannot just have things handed to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have them handed to you. I mean, this goes to even the migrant issue. Remember the migrant issue the last couple of weeks with DeSantis? You know, they're like, oh, they have rights. What rights do they have? They're not citizens. Right. What rights do they have?
And again,
the only rights they have are like humanitarian rights, but I mean, they don't have voting rights. They're not a citizen. How the hell can they vote?
Yeah, and it always goes back to the left. Peddling this equity crap. Again, you have equal rights, not a guarantee of an equal outcome. It's up to you. Yeah. We are all individuals. We're not a collectivist state. And I lost my train of thought on where I was going with it. Oh, no, because Orwell, right?
I was about to say, do you need a cup of coffee, Joseph?
George Orwell. If he were alive today, writing a sequel to Animal Farm in which he says not all animals are treated equal. Well, today, a sequel to Animal Farm, and I discuss this a lot on other shows, I wish I would have thought of it at the time to put it in my book. Yeah. But today, an Animal Farm sequel, the line would be, some animals receive more equity, special rights, than other animals. So, I mean, the man was like a Nostradamus. He foresaw this shit that we're dealing with today.
I don't know. Every time I think of Animal House, I think of Chevy Chase with Animal House. Or
Animal Farm.
Yeah, Animal Farm. Is like the college thing. Yeah, Animal. Yeah, you're right. Every time I think about it, I think of the Chevy Chase thing.
Yeah.
They should look at it like that, you know, like with the Chevy Chase Animal Farm and, you know, how everything goes bonkers and stuff in that movie. That's what we're seeing. You know?
Yeah. And again, this is the left hates our nation and what it stands for. They really do. Otherwise, why would they keep trying to change it? And these left-wing people, it's never about really the racism, the sexism, or the whatever they talk about. It is all Marxism. It is all fascism. It's all about them having power and control over others. That's what the bottom line is. Them wanting to destroy our system of government and replace it with fascism. I wrote on the Liberty Beacon a few weeks ago an article about original Federalists versus modern fascist Federalists. I mean, Federalists of today have nothing in common with the founders that consider themselves Federalists. They didn't envision any of this crap that we have today.
Yeah, we actually seen that article, folks, that Joseph's referring to. If you want to see it, we took a little clip of it and we put it into a graphic and we posted it on social with Joseph's article that he wrote for it. That's also the one I'm talking about, Joseph, was in partnership with Babylon Bee.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I saw that graphic, and thank you. It's a very good graphic.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you guys can head over to what's the website? BabylonBee.com, right?
I think so. Yeah, but the terror strikes coming soon to a city near you is mentioned in the Babylon Bee newsletter. You won't see it on their website, but if you sign up for their newsletter, you get their newsletter. And terror strikes coming soon to a city near you is now part of the Babylon Best section of their newsletter. I'm very happy and proud to be kind of partnered with them. I think it's a great fit because, like I said, my book is very serious, but still there's a comic relief chapter because we've got to keep a sense of humor. And the Babylon Bee parody headlines have very important, serious points to them. So I see it as a very good fit to be partnering with them.
Oh yeah. They're a good company, a good media company. I've been following them for a couple of years now. Babylon Bee. They come out with some good headlines, good articles. A lot of people, write a lot of good stuff in there. I noticed there was an article. Was it about a year or maybe 2 years ago? I think it was about 2 years ago, where the Babylon Bee company decided to write an article against Joe Biden, with the stare thing, him going up to Air Force One. And I thought that was hysterical. And then shortly after that, we seen the memes, with Donald Trump, taking golf balls and hitting him in the head with the golf balls and everything. And the football, I thought that was hysterical. You got to like media companies like that. They have humor. We need the humor. In this country, always.
I say that about conservative messaging at times, and this is again. I'm a big fan of Greg Gutfeld. He's a smart and very witty guy, and in my opinion, he's one of the few people that get it. We are sometimes serious in our messaging. The way to get a message through to somebody, like with the Babylon Bee, is through parody and humor while still making a serious point, because that gets past people's defenses. If you present it in a humorous way, you can get some very serious messaging across if you do it in a fun sort of way. Whereas if you're going at them from a all too serious point of view, their guards are up. You're not going to penetrate their defenses. They just aren't going to talk to you.
Yeah. There was a couple of articles here, Joseph, I wanted to get into. Folks, even the unscripted guys, we have notes and we like to look at things and everything. It keeps us informed. But guys, I want to get into this one article here. But before I get into that, I got to make an announcement here because we have, since we're part of iHeartRadio, it's damn freezes. I can't stand the freezes. They got to stop with these freezes. Riverside, stop with the damn freezes. I know you're trying to make the clips and everything relevant for the show, but damn it, stop with the freezes. Continue with these freezes. We're going over to Restream. Well, we are anyway in January, but damn with these freezes. Anyway, guys, since we're part of these iHeartRadio, they like to have us as podcasters basically pitch in some events. So this upcoming week, guys, for those who do have iHeartRadio app, iHeart is having their iHeart Music Festival this week on iHeartRadio. It's tremendous. They have all their music talents, their music artists, everything, and they put it on their app, and it goes literally all day. At first, when it first came out, guys, I used to be intrigued by it. And I mean, I'm just gonna leave it like that. This was a long freeze.
They caught you with You caught you with
It
your
was.
mouth partially open. So I think maybe they're trying to make you look like, those good white teeth. You're good. You go to the dentist a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they obviously, folks, yeah. I mean, this is terrible what they do. I mean, I think they're doing it on purpose or something. But anyway, guys, head over to iHeartRadio this week and check out the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Also, too, guys, we have a sponsor here on this show, liverishi.com. Use that promo code Mackenzie. What the hell's the damn promo code again? Oh, Savage Unfiltered. Guys, where's my head at this week? Hit that promo code, Savage Unfiltered, on liverishi.com. Yeah.
I think Hurricane Ian scrambled your brain.
I think so. Yeah. Liverishi.com, promo code Savage Unfiltered for 20% off, guys. 20% off. So, anyway, guys, we just got an email from one of the guests that we're supposed to have on, this travel addict guy or whatever the hell his demeanor is. Can't make the show. Oh, well. Okay. Well, hopefully you can make the show. His loss, my gain. I guess we get to talk a little bit longer, Joseph and I. We didn't. Maybe the guy was going to be boring anyway, and we didn't want him on the show. So, anyways,
all things happen for a reason, as they say, right? Yeah, you haven't gotten to your Florida paper, so we still need to do that.
Yeah. This article here, guys, I want to read here. It's a Florida article. I don't do a lot of Florida articles here, so I think I should do the Florida article. This campus here in the Melbourne area, which is not too far from me, may lead to about 500 jobs. So folks that are looking for jobs here in the Space Coast region of Florida, the Melbourne campus here for Florida Tech is going to be having a job conference, pretty much event, so to speak, this upcoming week. They're looking to hire 500 people, Joseph, 500 people for Florida Tech, which is a big technology university here in Space Coast area of Florida. So, guys, I wanted to bring that out, just a short little article. Head over to Florida Tech, and if you're looking for a job, go over there. There's not really much to talk about on that. Anything else, Joseph, you got here? I'm lost of words today. I'm usually myself, but I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think
kind of screwed up the brain a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Hurricane Ian said, "Oops, I forgot to turn off the phone."
I think Joseph's secretary is calling him.
Normally, I take the phone, put it on the floor, cover it up, because for some reason the mute button, I could turn down the volume on the phone, but it still rings anyway. I think it's a bug in the phone, so I usually take the phone and put a sweatshirt over it to mute it a bit. But
what kind of phone do you have?
It's a Panasonic. I forget the model. It's really nice because I am one of those people who do still use a home phone, but it's a wireless. So, I have satellite phones all through the rest of the house, so I don't have to run to the living room every time. And it also comes with Bluetooth operation. So my cell phone links to my home phone. So even if I'm at home, I could just set the cell phone off to the side and it'll automatically link up with my home phone. So I thought that was a very nice feature. I wanted to be able to have that. But of course, it kind of defeats the purpose of a landline still being wireless. If the power goes out, you got no phone because the wireless, it can't communicate with the base.
Yeah, I hear you. I think I found out what's going on with me today, guys. And it took a while. It took about like 37 minutes into today's show. But, for those who've been paying attention on social media, I've been getting a lot of footage in with Hurricane Ian last week. And there was a lot of wind flow here. Oh, here, hold that thought, guys. Thank God. Bring some relevancy here in the show. Remember our good friend Pink Sunshine? Well, she wants to join us here. So let's bring her here. Yeah, so Pink Sunshine, there we go. Pink Sunshine, welcome to today's show. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing fine. We're just talking about how I'm not with it today on today's show, but I think it was the 90 plus mile an hour winds that I've been around for like those 2-3 days.
Oh, sure. How are you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. The guy next to me doesn't have his roof, but other than that, it's okay. Well, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Joseph lives about 100 miles away from me in Detroit. So yeah, my neighbor, he doesn't have his roof. It's blown off. It's sitting somewhere in the river, the bottom of the river right now. So
that is insane.
We don't have hurricanes up here, but we do have the tornado and flooding issues often from time to time. So luckily we're out of tornado season. So yeah, my roof should be safe.
Yeah. I figured that because he said besides you, and I was looking at both you guys. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's scary what happened in Florida. It's scary. All these hurricanes, all these weather related issues. We've had tornado warnings a lot this summer, and we got hit last year with a big tornado about 5 minutes away, and it took them about a year to repair. It's scary.
I have to ask you, Canada gets tornadoes?
Sorry?
I said Canada, they get tornadoes?
Yeah, where I live, we don't get them a lot, but we do get them. And it seems that they go in cycles. Like where I live, they had a very big one that hit 30 years ago, and they say tornadoes usually follow the same path. So we're expected to get another one, but we got a small one last year. It's not as common, but it seems to be a lot more common these days.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're on this topic here with we were talking in the beginning of the show about homelessness in California, major cities like such as LA and New York City.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We're talking about this governor here, not governor. Joseph, you got to help me. I don't know what's going on. I think I need a cup of coffee, buddy.
The mayor of LA, and the potential incoming mayor. Yeah, unfortunately, replace one idiot with another idiot and expect different results, as they say, is the definition of insanity.
Yeah, there you go. Joseph just kind of piggied in there. Thank you, Joseph. Like I said, folks, I don't know what I think. I have to blame it on the hurricane. I think it was around too much wind, so it kind of warped the brain cells a little bit.
Sure.
But this mayor of LA, this guy here, Eric Garnetti, I think I'm pronouncing his name. He's been in power since 2013, reelected in 2017, and they were just awarded $150 million in federal funding. And still hasn't done a damn thing for the homeless.
America should want Republicans to get back into power for real simple reasons. We are pro-family. We are pro-life. We are pro making sure kids get a quality education, and we are pro securing the borders, because if you don't have borders, you don't have a country. That's what the Republican Party stands for. The Democratic Party believes the Constitution is a living, breathing document. We believe it is a contract that restricts government power and government influence. Article 1, Section 8 outlines a handful of duties and responsibilities for the federal government. Everything else is left to the states and to the people themselves. That's what the Republican Party stands for. It stands for the Constitution. It stands for family values. It stands for pro-life. It stands for strong national security. And it stands for making sure that every kid in America can get a quality K-12 education.
Mayor that New York has ever seen after Giuliani actually fixed the issues for his time there, and all the wonderful niceties that brought New York back and made it a place where people could go again is lost. And now Eric Adams, who talked a good game to get elected, again, you elect one idiot to replace another idiot. You get the same thing. Who's really the idiot for voting for these idiots?
Yeah.
It's the voters that voted for them. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think everyone's really seeing it all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. It's such a difficult situation, and I think that we're all kind of being blindsided to kind of be forced. I don't know. I want to come and spread some pink sunshine. I don't want to come and spread sadness, but our world is very sad right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that need to change, and there's a system that needs to kind of break down somehow. I don't know how, because I'm not into politics, but I know that our world is crumbling, and we need to spread some light on it.
This is Malcolm Teasdale, known as the Travel Addict. Welcome to the show, buddy. How's it going? Hey, how's it going, Malcolm? Welcome to Savage Unfiltered with myself, Michael here, Joseph, and joining us from Toronto here is our good friend Pink Sunshine. How's it going, buddy?
All right, thanks. A bit confused there. I just got your message. It said scheduled to bring you in the show around 1:20.
Yeah, you're a little late, but it's okay. 1:20 Eastern. I think you had the time zone.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I mentioned 2 o'clock. It doesn't matter. We're here.
It happens.
Yeah.
You introduce him, I'm hopefully I'm going to be on tomorrow, so I can let you 3 guys talk. I just wanted to come on and say hi.
Oh, okay. Well, you can stay on with us if you like, but if you have some things that you have to do there, Pink Sunshine, we'll let you depart.
Yeah, I hope to come on tomorrow. I did.
Yeah, appreciate that, Pink Sunshine, but I'm afraid your sunshine is kind of lost in the gloom and doom of today's show.
I know. I'm sorry.
All righty. Well, we'll catch you later there. Thanks for tuning in there.
I send my love to all 3 of you guys.
All righty. Bye now.
Enjoy.
So Malcolm Teasdale, known as the Travel Addict, can you tell us a little bit about, why are you known as the Travel Addict?
Well, in total, I've been to 110 countries. Okay, but when I created a technology startup many years ago, and I ended up traveling on business a lot. And we had offices in 4 countries, and products were sold into 80 countries. But since I sold that business back in 2013, I've been going off on travel adventures. Even my age should really stop me doing that. I keep doing it, and I just got back about 2 weeks ago from an obscure place in Indonesia. So I keep doing it mainly because I can, and that's it. So I travel all over. I do the weird places where people say, "What the hell do you want to go there for?"
Yeah,
that's basically it.
Every place though, even places I hate to use the term, but might refer to as a shithole nation. We are kind of spoiled. We don't understand and recognize that each nation often has its own gem, right? Hidden gems, some real inner beauty that we just don't recognize because, again, we don't see that firsthand. And I bet while you're there, you see some of those wonderful, rare gems of places that would be nice if more people could see.
Well, you're extremely correct on that. It's an educational thing for me. The more I travel, the more I learn. I mean, I've just mentioned I come back from Indonesia. Well, it's the world's largest biodiverse marine park in the world. So, but the marine life there, I do scuba diving when I can, and it's unbelievable. Not a place like it on the planet I've been to. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. You go to these places, obscure as they are, they could be a learning experience. And, I've got a couple of relatives who say, yeah, go to these third world countries. Well, it's a derogatory term. It's maybe developing, but we're all developing. And people live there because they want to live there, It's difficult for people to understand that at times. But my whole process is becoming educating myself and passing it on to other people,
Malcolm, I have a question for you. I hear a little British coming out of you. Are you originally from the UK?
Yes, I am. Coventry, England.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You could take the man out of England, but you can't take the England out of the man.
Yeah, I was back there in June to see some of my family. My sister still lives there. I got relatives. So I go back about once a year. But I've been living in the States for half my life, so I'm bilingual.
Yeah, Malcolm, I've got to ask you this because I just joined a new social media site, Retalk, which is mainly housed out of England. So I put up the proposition, God rest Elizabeth's soul. Now we got King Charles, and there seems to be an uproar that for years, people whined, moaned, and complained about how much resources the royal family takes. But the minute King Charles, now I was going to say Prince Charles, King Charles says, okay, I'm going to cut back the monarchy, they're in an uproar because some people will have to find real jobs. I mean...
I don't know too much about that, actually, but I definitely heard rumors from friends back on the other side of the pond there. I don't know what it all means. Who knows? It's early days, so it's not going to go away, that's for sure, because in the world there's 43 monarchies in the world today, and if you knew that, and as much as we liked our queen, it's the same. You can go to any other country, they're going to like their king or queen just as much as we do.
I agree with you. And I see that you do reside here in the Sunshine State, right? You're right over in Pensacola.
Yeah, well, actually on the way, I'm about an hour from Pensacola. I'm in Destin.
Oh, okay. Beautiful beaches over there. Some of the world-class beaches right there in Destin. So the beaches aren't decent, actually. If I had to pick a fault with Destin, it's happened over the last few years where it's becoming too crowded now because it's been people come here for vacation, but it's in the summer, it's overwhelmed with people. They're still building condos, hotels, and the traffic problem and all that,
Yeah, well, that raises a good point because, first, back to the Queen thing. I'm from the Detroit area, so I spend a lot of time over in Ontario, Canada. So, I'm well versed in we love her every bit as much as you guys did too. She was a great monarch. She really was. But as to the things building up around there, the left on the climate change paranoia crap again, point to the amount of dollar destruction. Well, idiots, there was 100-year storm, but compare today to 100 years ago, there was next to nobody there. There is much more damage because there are infinitely more people in buildings than there used to be.
Exactly. You got that right.
Malcolm, Joseph here. I want to get into some of Malcolm's viewpoints here on this. We were discussing in the beginning of the show, on the top of the show, with this homelessness that we're seeing in the country. Mainly in like high inner cities such as LA, New York. Even in our state here in Florida, Miami, Orlando, Tampa. Why do you think that we're getting to that point?
Why do you think? Sorry, what's the question again, Michael? What did you say? We're getting to what state? Did you say?
Oh, we're seeing a lot of homelessness in this country. Like, why do you think we're getting to that point?
Well, inflation's got a lot to do with it. But I remember going to Los Angeles, God, years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and where they held the trade show conventions, and there were homeless people on the street there. Even like then,
sir, not like it is now.
No, not.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA. Every MyPillow is made with passion here in my home state of Minnesota to ensure you get the best sleep of your life.
One of the things that I really like about MyPillow is the support. It gives my neck a little hug.
I've never slept better in my life. What's better than a great night's sleep?
Sleep is one of the most important things to your health, and MyPillow is one of the most important things to your sleep.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now, and Mike will give you 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price. Use the promo code, and you'll also receive free shipping. That's 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price.
I tried every pillow from expensive down pillows that just went flat to fiber-filled pillows that rebound every time you move your head. I even tried those memory foam pillows, and the curve did not match my neck, and it probably won't match yours. That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night, and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
MyPillow lasts 10 years, is machine washable and dryable, and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee.
I personally guarantee MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own or your money back.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now, and Mike will give you 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price. Use the promo code, and you'll also receive free shipping. That's 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price.
With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
City, they don't want that. They live in the middle of nowhere, and that's what they enjoy.
That's a good point.
But here's the question, though. Don't these homeless people understand that they're setting themselves up for high infectious types of diseases and viruses? Don't they understand this, Malcolm?
What type of viruses and diseases are you referring to?
I mean today's viruses and diseases, such as polio, and there's so many different types.
Well, I don't know. When I asked this guy and his family there, I said, "What about healthcare?" And they said there is a clinic fairly close by. For anything emergency, they'd have to go into Ulaanbaatar. But it's there when they need it. I've been in the mountain villages in the Himalayas, and I go to a small village. Monetarily they're poor, but that's the way they live. The kids go to school each day in school uniform. One big happy family. That's the way they choose to live. They don't want to live in Kathmandu. It's chaotic. Most chaotic place on the planet.
Yeah. Even some of these in the bigger cities, like you say, living on the street, though, I think you put it well. It's kind of, you're implying it's a nomadic mindset, kind of returning to roots of our past.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And as to what Michael was saying about diseases, well, you look at the Wuhan virus, if it was supposedly so darn contagious and running rampant, the homeless community seemed to not notice. Why weren't tent cities full of dead homeless people? It's because it wasn't as bad. So, in a way, we almost reduce our immune systems by trying to live too clean. It harms our own immunity buildup, whereas they live dirty, but they build a big immune system because of it. Our natural system kicks in.
Well, it could be some truth to that. Maybe that's right. I mean, I've seen people jumping in polluted rivers in India and Nepal, which are obviously polluted, and they're all cremating people and throwing the ashes in the river, and it's floating down the river where kids are bathing in it, and they may swallow the water accidentally. To us, it would be really harmful, but to them, no. They do it every day.
Because their immune system has been built up.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember. Yeah, hold on, guys. I remember growing up. When I was a small child, and my mother would always say, go outside with your friends. Now I understand what she meant by that. To build up my immune system. You have kids today that are so glued with technology. They're on freaking Xbox and all these different consoles, and they're not building up an immunity. They're constantly inside.
I didn't believe that. Well, the whole place has changed. When we were kids, well, I speak with me, I'm probably older than you guys, but you used to go over the park and kick a soccer ball around, or ride a bicycle somewhere. Yeah, but the other thing, of course, is the crime as well. Crime's gone up a little bit, and that's obviously disturbing,
Yeah. Well, it's like Malcolm said about them accidentally swallowing some of that water. I mean, when we were younger, you go outside, right, play in the dirt, and you would land up swallowing some of that dirt. Again, it's the same thing. If you don't get some of that in small doses, you can't build up immunities.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We're still here. So we've been through similar stuff. So
yeah, we're still breathing. We're still, fighting a fight, the good fight and everything. So you can't always believe what the media says. You know what I mean?
No, less and less. Well, there's a tendency to sensationalize things, right? Or the media, unfortunately.
Malcolm, you seem to go to these backwoodsy places. One of my favorite places on the planet is Vegas. Have you ever been to Vegas and all the red outs, not necessarily Vegas proper, but Red Rock Canyon outside, all the beauty that is around Vegas to see?
I know the Grand Canyon's fairly close by, and we've driven out of Vegas up north. Not in a whole lot of detail, but we've done it, and there are beautiful sights to see there, no doubt about it. Yeah, good stuff. Any final words before we close it off here? I know I'm sorry, Malcolm. We said a certain time, and we were kind of relying on that. But hey, it is what it is. I understand technology today. Everybody's schedule is a lot different. No worries. But as we conclude here with you, sir, where can some of my listeners and followers find you? I got a couple. I'm on social media. I'm on English Guy on Instagram without the I. English Guy. Malcolm J. Teasdale is my website. It's all about travel books. I've written 5 books, but travel related, of course. And then I do public speaking engagements. And but Malcolm J. Teasdale, and I've got another book site called Traveling Englishman. Okay. Okay. And so that's pretty much it. They can find me there and find out all about me, the stupid things I do and the less stupid things I do. Yeah, I hear you. Well, thank you for joining us here. I know we tried to get you on, I think last week, but we had some issues or something with the storm. So thank you very much. Pleasure. I'm glad you survived the storm. And hey, take care of yourself, guys. All right, Malcolm. Take it easy, buddy. All right. Bye. Yeah, he was a good guy, good gentleman, Yeah, I'm glad he made it in, even if just for the end here. We got to talk to him a bit. Yeah, I didn't mean to talk bad about him. I just didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought he was like, shit. I haven't got an invite yet, and I sent them the invite like earlier today. So apparently maybe it's whatever. But he seemed like an interesting guy. What do you say? He's been to 108 countries. Holy shit! Yeah, I haven't even been to all 50 states, let alone many
other countries.
How many countries are there in the country? Like 132, right?
In the nation, there's over 200.
I'm talking about the entire world. How many countries? Like 100?
Yeah, there's over 200. Because I mean, there's a bunch of little ones that nobody ever hears of. Yeah.
So just think of it, Joseph. There's over 200 countries, right? Say like maybe 210, maybe 215. He's been to like damn near almost half the world.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
And he's lived in 5. He said, right? Lived in 5 countries. Born in London. I thought I seen a little British coming out of him, you know.
Oh, very much. That acts like I joked. You could take the man out of England, but you can't take the England out of the man. That accent is definitely still there.
Yeah, yeah. We have a you know, I got to get used to these fucking freezes. We have to call up this damn company and say, get rid of the damn freezes. I can't stand these freezes. They're driving me crazy. Annoying. But anyway, I was going to say, is January here yet? We're going to go back to Restream. Fuck Riverside. I'm telling you. But Joseph, we have a lot of British people here. Florida seems to be like very popular with British people.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of Brits in Florida, and for some reason there's a lot of Aussies around the Vegas area. I run into Aussies all the time whenever I'm out in the Vegas area. You know, it's weird the way people seem to migrate and settle. And I guess it's, you know, human nature. Again, deep down we're still all pretty tribal. So we want to be around like backgrounds, you know, backgrounds that, you know, like him being a Brit, you'd want to be around somewhere where there are other ex-Brits. I mean, you have, therefore, that automatically at least in common.
Yeah, especially the Orlando area. Like, we have a lot of people from Great Britain, England. I mean, they visit here and they also live here. So
yeah, but I wanted to further point out, like I said, I mean, it's cultural. It's not racism. It's human nature.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But, you know, we're going to conclude here, Joseph. Like I said, thank you for bearing the freaking freezes. I didn't know about the freezes until like earlier today. Mackenzie's like, oh, I think they do freezes. I'm like, how many? 15 fucking freezes in one show? Are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. But we're gonna try to call them up and see if we can get that disabled, because it's somewhat annoying. And I can't do a show with 15 fucking freezes. 1 or 2 is okay. Little clips here.
Right, because you don't know if it's them doing it for their purposes or if your system is acting up and you're actually freezing and can't also be heard.
It's not the system. I have full connectivity here, right here with the internet. So
I agree. And whenever you froze, we could tell it wasn't your system because we could indeed still hear you. It's just games they're playing with the visual.
Well, they're creating clips. They're creating clips for publicity. I get it. You know, thank you. But I don't need 15, 25 fucking freezes for clips. Maybe, like I said, 3 or 4. 1 in the beginning, maybe 1 or 2 in the middle, and then like maybe 2 or 3 in the end. You know, but crazy shit. Joseph, I'm gonna get going, buddy. Oh boy. Guess what? Guess what I heard from coming towards the end of this week.
What?
The Therapy Twins.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They kind of keep getting put off now, huh?
Yeah. They want to come on Friday, they said, because they finally got their stuff together. They were having some type of issue with these goddamn motherfucking freezes, I'm telling you. But anyways, they're going to be, we got to put, you know, in the show notes, Michael getting fucking frustrated with the freezes. You're damn right I'm getting frustrated.
They are annoying. They are really annoying.
I'm told like there's other people that use this. There it goes again with the Jesus Christ. Is that 35 freezes by now? 35. I counted them. At least 35.
All right.
But
well, I think I'm just heading over to my sister, so I'm going to duck out. Thank you for having me on again, as always, Mike. Appreciate it.
Hey, we'll see you Wednesday. Hopefully there won't be 45, 65 freaking freezes, but yeah, we'll see you Wednesday, buddy.
All right. Take care. God bless, brother.